Pretty good afternoon right here, and of course it's always good to have you join us on TV47 News Now. We have lots lined up for you, including what is happening in relation to health in the country, more updates as to Mpox and so much more. Keep it right here as I get you informed. Here are the highlights.
Coming up this hour, Kenya confirms second case of Mpox in Busia County involving a mail truck driver at the Malaba one-stop border post. Also, at least 2 people perish in a Thursday night accident involving a school bus and a trailer at the Gitaru Kikuyu Road in Kiambu County.
Kwa bahati mbaya hiyo basi ikakuja kakuta truck zingine mbili ziko na accident hapo, ikijaribu dereva akijaribu kupita ikagonga mwamba na ikaanguka.
Plus, National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula has instructed the Clerk of the National Assembly to formulate a legislative proposal establishing a defined structure for the administration of public bursaries and scholarships.
Straight to it, my name is Linda Alela. Now, the Ministry of Health has confirmed the second case of Mpox in the country. Confirming the incident through a press statement, the Ministry of Health, through its Cabinet Secretary, Dr. Deborah Barasa, says that the patient is an adult male truck driver who was identified at the Malaba one-stop border post in Busia County. The patient has since been isolated at one of the health facilities in Busia County and exhibited symptoms after traveling from the outbreak epicenter in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Now, the Health Ministry further says that a total of 42 samples have been submitted to various laboratories for Mpox disease, testing out of which 40 have tested negative. Additionally, a total of 426,438 travelers have been screened at various ports of the entry.
Wiki mbili sasa tumekuwa tukisema hiyo tu ndio kesi tuko nayo hapa Kenya. Unfortunately, last evening we confirmed a new case of Mpox in Kenya. So I want to tell Kenyans that we have a new case that has been confirmed for Mpox through the border of Malaba. But I want to also confirm that we have enhanced our surveillance, we have enhanced our screening. So far, we have screened more than 440,000 travelers through our point of entry.
All right, now 2 people lost their lives while 40 others were left in critical condition after a church bus they were traveling in landed in a ditch at Gitaru Sleep Road along James Ishuru, that is Rironi Highway, last night. And according to eyewitness, the 52 bus sitter, which was ferrying worshippers from western part of the country, seems to have experienced a brake failure and landed in a ditch to avoid colliding with a trailer that had obstructed Gitaru Sleep Road.
Kuna gari hapa imepata accident. Gari ni kama imepoteza brakes, ikakuja ikaanguka hapa na watu wakaumia na wengine wao wakapoteza mioyo.
Kwa bahati mbaya hiyo basi ikakuja kakuta truck zingine mbili ziko na accident hapo, ikijaribu dereva akijaribu kupita ikagonga mwamba na ikaanguka.
Hiyo ukiangalia vizuri ni kupoteza breki, imepoteza. Na wakati ilipoteza breki, huyu dereva aliona hapa kuna gari zingine mbili bado zimeshikiliana, na hiyo bado inayo ilifanyika saa 10 mchana.
All right, and to this good story, or of course positive one, where Cape Media Limited has entered into a groundbreaking partnership with the Star newspaper under the Radio Africa Group stable. Well, the partnership launched on Friday seeks to bolster the quality of content, reach new audiences, and lead the way into the future of journalism through innovation. Cape Media CEO Mwenda Njoka says the partnership is one of the ways the fastest growing media house's strategy of staying relevant in the wake of the myriad of challenges that have contributed significantly to shrinking revenue and disappearing revenue streams in Kenya's media landscape. Besides that, the collaboration aims to produce impactful audience-centric content and transform the challenges that are facing the media industry into opportunities for innovation and mutual growth. Radio Africa Group CEO Martin Kafafa said the partnership will then pave the way for new and unparalleled opportunities for both media houses.
This kind of partnership we are witnessing today will lead to more robust journalism, positive evolution of news and content, and better content production as we explore different ways of doing things, the different the ecosystems of distribution of our content. So it is a radical, I would call it a radical and innovative milestone in the history of Kenya's intermedia business relations. I wish to assure the Radio Africa family that we are in this for the long run.
This is just the initial part of getting the partnership started out together, but my vision is we will run together in all aspects of media and entertainment as we become more audiovisual as joint media houses. So looking forward to working together, looking forward to delivering big value, both in terms of editorial and commercial.
All right, congratulations to the two stations as we continue to promise you nothing but the best. Now, the Chief Executive Officer of University Funding, Geoffrey Munari, has highlighted the rolling out of the new university funding model by the government is progressing well, even as a review to process students' appeals continues. Speaking during a press briefing at Naivasha Town, the CEO assured university students they would be grouped into respective bands determined by a number of variables. And he also dismissed claims suggesting the model was flawed, adding that concerns raised would be actively addressed.
Just wanted to update that we have already processed over 127,000 loan and scholarship awards. We are in the process of evaluating the appeals that have already been in the process. As at yesterday evening, over 10,000 appeals had been processed, and this shows that there are many Kenyans who are still interested to ensure that they are banded in the correct band. This is a continuous process, and our aim is to ensure that we place Kenyans in the correct band that they are supposed to be. All the students who were expected to report, or the universities that have opened, no student has been turned away. All the students have been allowed to report, and if there is anyone who has got an issue with the reporting, let them get in touch with us. We have got our field officers in all the universities that are opened. Once we process the appeals, the first thing we will do is to notify the universities to adjust the household income amount that is the students are expected to give to the university. Once that is done, we will also provide that information in our portal, on the health portal, so that the students also know. And we shall send an SMS to each student to notify them that their appeal has been processed. The government has already released 2.8 billion for scholarships and 5.8 billion for loans. This money will be released to the students next week.
To more on education, the National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula has instructed House Clerk Samuel Njoroge to formulate a legislative proposal seeking to consolidate bursary and scholarship programs to ensure that equal distribution of the funds and minimize duplication of the awards is achieved. The Clerk of the National Assembly has since written to Education Principal Secretary Belio Kipsang, informing him of a petition before the National National Assembly that is, of course, meant to cite, of course, the uncoordinated approach towards the issuance of bursaries and scholarships to the national government, constituencies, development fund and county governments. The letter also cites a petition that is presented before the Nakuru High Court calling for the consolidation of the funds. And Kuppet and NAT governing councils from Embu have completed plans for the countrywide teachers' strike slated to commence on Monday, August the 26th. In a joint briefing, the leaders say that there was no turning back in regard to the industrial action called by the council's top organs.
They have said they are not going to employ more teachers. And this is where we are calling even our parents to understand that their students, their pupils in the school, they will have no teachers to teach. And therefore, our teaching staff they are understaffed. And therefore, there will be no enough teachers to handle our students in our schools.
We will be receiving instructions from the unions until when the strike will be called off by the Secretary General. Don't listen to your principals. Don't listen to the employer. Don't listen to the media. Don't listen to the government until when the Secretary General says it's over. That is when things will be over. All the teachers in Embu County, across the board, that is from the primary school to the secondary school through JSS, shall withdraw their repa as from the midnight of 25th. And therefore, on Monday, no reporting to school.
A Public Service Commission, of course, in turns, cutting across different parts and different professions, have kicked off their countrywide demonstrations over claims of job denials at the end of the government internship programs. Trained interns from cohort 1 to cohort 6 say that none of them have been offered opportunities in new job openings despite receiving adequate training and having all relevant documents and clearance certificates. They have now vowed to be back on the streets if their grievances are not addressed.
The reason as to why we have had this demonstration, it is because we have had over 25,000 public service interns who were trained since 2019, and they are getting dumped outside there. Yet there are interviews, yet there are entry jobs at the Public Service Commission.
They have trained like 27,000, 25,000. So out of 25,000, they have just recruited 1,900 only. The rest have been dumped. So we wanted to know why are they doing this? And already they have advertised for next 7 cohorts. So that's the question, because out of 25,000, they have just recruited 1,900. So the rest, they have no future. So we requested, we need, they give us an offer.
We are talking about being actually, they are being recruited for 1 year, and then after that, they are going to be disbanded. And they do that as a circle. First cohort, second cohort, that until now, the 6th cohort. The 6th cohort, we heard that they are going to be disbanded. They will be just like us on the street. The 7th cohort are the ones which are coming in. So we have got the idea that this commission, they are trying to make sure that there is a circle so that they can actually cut off the budget that has been used to employ the number of interns.
The International Center for PPE, ICPPE, at the University of Maryland Eastern Shore and the Pest Control Products Board have launched personal protective clothing, an essential component of safe crop protection handling practices in Kenya with the purpose of addressing operator safety. More than 110 farmers throughout Kenya participated in a wear study and gave feedback on comfort, durability, as well as color and other design preferences. This collaborative effort ensures that Kenyan farmers have access to comfortable, affordable and locally made protective gear. And as the adoption of this protective gear upsurges, it will inspire a broader shift towards prioritizing safety and responsible practices for Kenyans.
Designed this product together with our farmers, and we designed this product with local manufacturers and local garment makers in Kenya, and we have looked at it in many aspects, and it's going to be to come at an affordable price for our farmers.
What we also did in the lab, and it's standard there, they did 30 washes just to look a little bit on durability. How long is it lasting? How long can farmers wear this? You know, but at the end of the day, you know, a laboratory test is very different than what's out in the field. The wear and tear is very different. If you wear it all day versus once a week, it's not going to last as long.
Hili ni jambo ambalo limekuwepo, sio kwamba ni sasa hivi peke yake. Ilianza kitambo. Mkulima ambaye anafanya kazi shambani, sio kwamba ni awe anapiga dawa peke yake. Kuna kazi mingi ambayo unaweza kufanya. Unaweza kuwa unakamua ng'ombe, unaweza kuwa kwamba unakata nyasi kule shambani, unaweza kuwa pia unavuna. Kwa hivyo hili kujikinga kwako sio kwamba ni kwa madawa peke yake, ni kwa kazi lolote ambayo unafanya. Kumbuka kuna uchafu na pia kuna uwezekano wa kupata dawa kwa bahati mbaya. Ndiposa tunahimiza wakulima watumie hii dawa rasmi, hii nguo rasmi ili ndiposa wawe salama wakifanya kazi shambani.
All right, wheat farmers in Laikipia County have expressed alarm over the invasion of quelea birds, which have damaged hundreds of acres of wheat plantation. Despite the ideal weather conditions this year, wheat producers say that their harvest may be too low since millions of birds have invaded their farms and efforts to chase them away have been unsuccessful. They have now called on both the county and national government to intervene and finish the birds, saying they are a big threat to food security in the country.
Sasa shida imekuwa kwamba hawa ndege wanakula sana. Kwa sababu shamba moja ya eka 10 hata siku moja na nusu hivyo imetosha hiyo shamba kukua imefagiliwa na hao ndege. Na kwa hivyo tunakadiria ya kwamba ikiendelea hivi hata inawezekana production itaenda chini na more than 80% by the end of the year.
Tunawinda hizi mandege yani tunazifukuza tu na kutumia hivi vuvuzela sababu zinadharau kelele, lakini pia kuna zingine zimezoea, so hazioni hii kaa ni kitu kubwa. Tukifurisha zingine zinabaki tu kwa ngano.
Serikali kama haitachukua hatua, kwa hakika tumerudi nyuma kama miaka 70 iliyopita. Shida yenye haitaweza kutatulika.
Now, people living with disability have been urged to register with the National Council of Persons with Disabilities to ensure they access the various services provided for by the government which target them. Nyandarua County Director for Health, Administration and Planning, that is Dr. Martha Mwathi, and County MCA representing people with disability at Nyandarua County Assembly, Ms. Joyce Munyua, say that the government agency is mandated to offer registered persons with disabilities services, benefits and grants to improve their living conditions. Dr. Mwathi highlighted that Nyandarua County plans to open more centers where such persons can then access physiotherapy services.
Hii kampu tuko naye ya kuregister watu juu ya National Council for Persons with Disabilities. Hasa ile changamoto tumeona kumbwa ni kwamba kuna watu wengi sana ambao wanahitaji mazoezi ama therapy ambao wanakaa mashinani na hawajulikani. Ningeuliza serikali ya Nyandarua County na watu wengine ambao wanaweza kusaidia hasa kulete hizi huduma karibu na hawa watu.
So today we came here for disability assessment. We did some mobilization and we requested people to come here, Daragwa Health Center, for this disability assessment. And we did this because usually we have disability assessment every 2 weeks in JM Hospital and Engineer Hospital. And so as a county government, led by our governor, Dr. Kerry Badrisha, we felt that the people of Daragwa could be left out. And we know that most of these people who are living with disability, they are not able to travel far. So we felt that we need to come near them to bring services closer to the people.
We want more well-wishers to come on board and be able to support us so that as matters education, matters rehabilitation, they are taken care of. One of the other great need, which I know I've talked with the county, those in charge of health, is ensuring that for a center like this, at least we have a rehabilitation unit so that kids can be coming here for therapy and they can get all the services that are required for persons with disability.
The Chonyi community in Kilifi County has a new reason to celebrate as the New Testament of the Bible has then been translated into their native language, marking a significant milestone that is for the people. The translation is expected to empower the community in their spiritual growth and also contribute to the eradication of some cultural practices like witchcraft and sorcery, which have been a challenge associated with the region. Speaking at the launch, Bible Translation and Literacy East Africa Director Peter Mwanguti disclosed that the translation process, spearheaded by the BTL organization, took a decade to complete and cost approximately 40 million shillings.
Wamefungwa waweze wakaendelea kimaendeleo, na ninajua kwamba watakaposoma hili neno la Mungu kama vile Biblia inasema katika Yohana 8:32 ni kwamba itawaweka huru, na wakiwa huru wataweza kufanya mambo ambayo hawangeweza kufanya. Utaona maendeleo yameanza kufanyika katika sehemu hii ya Wachonyi. Kanisa katika nchi yetu ya Kenya, kanisa hapa kwa Wachonyi, tumeona kwamba wameunga mkono kazi hii kabisa, na tunashukuru Mungu kwa vile wameweka fedha yao mahali mioyo yao ipo kama vile Biblia inasema.
Ya hii Biblia kwa sababu sasa ni ya kinyumbani, itatumiwa kuweza kuondoa hizo itikadi ambazo kwamba ni za ushirikina. Unakuta wakati maandiko inapotumiwa, ule ukweli watakapokuwa.
We get sport.